Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, good morning all of you. This is Ashima, and in this video we are going to talk about daily news events. So we'll be talking about a few news events in detail so that the news events enter to your knowledge. But the information although has been sorted, but it is going to be a descriptive format of video. So for those of you who want to practice questions also alongside the session which we have, if you want to practice questions also, you can download Entri app from Google Play Store, and over there we have free quiz of current affairs which happens about 10 to 12 questions, and accordingly the time is set. So it is a timed quiz which helps you keep in touch with current affairs, and it also helps in your understanding for that part, and scoring and all, everything is there. Now you all know how important current affairs is, so do download the app and check that out. Once you do the registration, there's a 7 days free trial which you receive, and that free trial is for all the paid courses, so you can download the app and check that out. Right, now we'll be beginning with our segment. So the first news event we are going to cover is Five Eyes Network. Now, what exactly is this network? Why it is in news? We are going to have a look at that. First of all, if it is a Five Eyes network, what would it mean? Like we have G20. What does it mean? There are 20 countries, a group of 20 countries. G7, group of 7 countries. So similarly, Five Eyes is a group, or you can say 5 nations have come together, that being Australia, Canada, Britain, US and New Zealand. And they have formed their own organization. Just like there's an informal organization called Quad, which is between US, Japan, India and Australia. Similarly, a Five Eyes nation has been formed by Australia, Canada, Britain, US and New Zealand. Now, what is new about this is there's a 6th eye that is going to be added. And what is that? That 6th eye is Japan. That is, Japan is soon to join this Five Eyes network. Why was this created, or why has it been collaborated? First of all, it has been created to stay away or to respond to the threats which are being given by China and by North Korea. Right, so to shut down those threats, to give them a stop, as we can say, this has been done, or this Five Eyes network has collaborated to work for. Right, it is basically an intelligence alliance, so it is a treaty of joint cooperation in signals intelligence. Right, so this is basically for signals intelligence. Right, now this can be tracked down to Atlantic Charter, which was issued in 1941, and it set out that British and American goals to the world after World War II, and in that you can find the origin of Five Eyes Alliance. So creating a post-World War II world was the idea why this Five Eyes network had come to force. Right, now, what significance does it hold as of now? What is the significance of it? There is an economic agreement that has been signed in June 2020, which is to isolate China. That is to stop, I can say, increase the supply chain among themselves so that they don't have to be dependent on China. For manufacturing, for distribution, and rather than create its own market, as we say. Why? Because currently there are various categories in which these countries are dependent on China. Like New Zealand is the second most dependent country on China with 513 goods that it is dependent on. India is also dependent on China. New Zealand is dependent. UK is dependent. United States is dependent. United States with 414 goods. Canada with 367 goods. So with all of these categories, in such a huge amount, we're dependent on China. So their purpose is to isolate China so that they can create their own market, their own network, and with that they can enhance their economy on a better scale. Right, now, initially, United States had proposed that 3 democratic countries should join in the alliance, that is India, South Korea and Japan. So Japan has already announced the answer, and India and South Korea talks are still going on. So that now what is this? When these countries join in, their economic and strategic, you can say, intelligence can be used, and that whole as, or you can say as a whole, is going to help in fulfilling the goal that they have set for themselves, right? Then the next news event, Turkey's new bill. Now, what has happened in Turkey recently? This is a preventing financing for of proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. This is basically for mass destruction. Now, this was basically a report which was prepared by FATF, Financial Action Task Force, which is a Paris-based organization, and it basically checks out money laundering and terror financing in the world. So, as per their report, Turkey has decided that a bill is required for them, right? So there are seven law changes that have happened, and it has a huge amount of changes that have been put forward via this law. And what is the purpose of this bill that they have created? The purpose is that Turkey should not be blacklisted by FATF, either for terror financing or for money laundering, right? So what has happened in this then? The idea is that the bill as a creation has provided powers to Turkish government to appoint trustees to non-governmental organization. That is, whoever is going to be a trustee to any organization which is a non-governmental, government of Turkey is going to appoint them, right? First, then their assets can be seized, their activities can be suspended, and the source of funding and the destination of funding, both of them will be monitored, right? Then interior ministers will replace the members of association if they are being investigated on any terrorism charge. That is, first of all, they will appoint, and if they see anything is going on, a charge is being put up, then the interior ministries are going to replace those particular members, right? So, and this is applicable to international civil society groups which are all operating in Turkey, right? Now, what is the terrorism that is happening in Turkey? That is Turkish conflicts, which involved in Syrian civil war, are the main sources of terror incidents in Turkey. So, according to the Global Terrorism Index, where India had ranked 8th, Turkey was 18th over there. India's rank was 8th and Turkey was 18th in the Global Terrorism Index recently, which is prepared by Institute for Economics and Peace. So seeing that and the FATF report, Turkey has decided to take its own steps or take things in their own hands, right? Then we have National Common Mobility Card. A new update has come over here. It has been updated. What is the update? That it can be used for even at metro level, that is for all the transit positions at all the transits, be it a bus or a metro or a train, it can be used. This card can be used. So this is all under one nation, one card policy of Government of India. Now it is a RuPay. First of all, it is a RuPay debit card. First thing, it is a RuPay debit card. Second thing, 23 banks have been identified who are going to issue this card. It is SBI also, Canara, PNB, all of these banks have been included. So total of 23 banks have been selected who can issue this card, right? It will be available in metro by 2022, and by metro it is that in phase 4 of Delhi metro project, this is going to be included in the project, right? Now, what is this going to enhance? It is going to enhance less cash payments and more of digital forms of payment. And whose idea was this to increase the number of digital payments? This was Nandan Nilekani committee. And this committee was created by RBI, not Government of India. RBI had created this Nandan Nilekani committee. And this was their idea that more of the payment should be digital mode, more ATMs and local wallet cards should be used so that the payment methods can be eased off, and contactless payment should be increased and they can be tracked, right? This is the purpose. So making it more and more digital is going to enhance the economy for the part. Less printing is required, one for that part. Then India's first pneumonia vaccine. What is the name of the vaccine? Pneumocil. Who has launched it? Serum Institute of India. Now again you have the Serum Institute of India news. Back to the news segment, right? Then If we talk about how has it been developed, it has been developed in collaboration with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Path Organization. Both of them came together to develop this vaccine. Drugs Controller General of India has also approved this, and it is not that costly. It is $2 per dose. And where were the clinical trials held of it? Since it has been approved, clinical trials are supposed to be held. So where were they held? They were held in Gambia and in India. Right? Where is the funding coming on for this project? This is coming from Gavi. What is the full form of Gavi? That is Global Alliance for Vaccine Immunization. Vaccine Immunization. So Gavi is Global Alliance for Vaccine Immunization, and funds from Gavi are going to be used for promotion of the vaccine, right? But in a recent announcement, if we can see, India, like Gavi has decided that it is going to withdraw its support from India, or so withdraw its support to India. Why is it doing that? What has India done to get that, as we say? Right. So basically, Gavi, India has completed its threshold, right? And because of completion of that threshold, Gavi has decided to withdraw its support, right? And the threshold as of 2019, it was 2130 US dollars, which is close to being attaining it. So that is the reason, that is on GNI, gross national income, and that is for the reason why Gavi is withdrawing its support. Then Assam repealing bill. What is Assam repealing bill? It is basically to abolish all the state-run madrasas. And what is going to happen of those madrasas? All these madrasas are going to be converted to schools from 1st of April 2021. Now, what are madrasas? It is a type of education institute that teaches the religion of Islam. But why are they being withdrawn? The reason is that there is no regular or general study that is going on over there. No technological study, no mathematics, science, English. The primary and secondary education that should be there in regular schools, that is not being given in madrasas. They are only being taught theology. So because of that purpose, that it is only being taught theology, they have decided to withdraw its support. Or that is that they're going to shut them down. About 610 state-run madrasas are there. All of them are going to be shut down. Right? Now, if we talk about madrasas, they were a hub of nationalism of 1957 revolt, and the first network of madrasas was built in Iran, right? And apart from that, in 2015, recently in 2015, Maharashtra government was the first one which had decided to do this or convert the madrasas into regular schools. It was the first state. A lot of criticism was there, but they knew what they were doing. Now, when this act has been passed, which acts have been abolished by Assam? They have abolished Assam Madrasa Education Provincialization Act 1995 and Assam Madrasa Education Provincialization and Services of Employees and Reorganization of Madrasa Educational Institutions Act 2018. Both of them are going to be abolished now. So there will be no changes in allowance, status or service conditions of teaching and non-teaching staff. Both of them will not be changed. There's no such change that is going to happen, but the quality of education is going to change, right? Then a few one-liners. International Day of Epidemic Preparedness has been announced, and 27th of December is going to be celebrated as International Day of Epidemic Preparedness. And this announcement has come recently, and for the first time ever, this day is going to be celebrated. What is the purpose of celebration of this day? The idea is that no such issue as COVID-19 should come again. So to prevent that from occurring again, International Day of Epidemic Preparedness has been announced. Then, Ronaldo has recently won the Player of Century award at the Globe Soccer Awards. And apart from that, Club of the Year award has been given to Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich has won the Club of the Year, and Player of the Century is Cristiano Ronaldo at Globe Soccer Awards. Then, Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor section has been opened, or it's going to be created. And what is going to happen now, in this new opportunities are going to come up for local industries, like for textile production, for glassware industry, block printing. And what is going to be the command center of it? The operation control center at Prayagraj will be the command center of freight control section. Who is going to implement this? Dedicated freight corridor is going to be there. That is DFCCIL, Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited. They are going to run it over, right? All right. With this, we'll be winding up the segment. Thank you so much. It has been wonderful. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Until then, goodbye. Take care and have a wonderful day ahead.